Hi, welcome. I am experimenting with virtual machines, and although it's better to install the thing, whatever it is, operating system, right, on real hardware, it is sometimes useful to just have a look and say, not my taste of not my not what I want to have as an operating system, as a daily driver, as they say, and then just delete your virtual box, right? Now, ArcoLinux has always been primed for a Super F7 VirtualBox, right? This has always been our main virtual machine. But of course, there are others, and that's why I'm going to make a few videos. I have installed virtual machine on this one. Vmware. So lots of other things. This one is for later. I am going to install, I'm going to show you the VMware player or workstation. Doesn't really matter at this point, but it's installed already. How do you get it? Right mouse click, open a new window, go and get the ArcoLinux Nemesis from Eric. Control Alt G. Let's take Eric Dubois and then Nemesis. What do we get if we do that? We get Eric Dubois Nemesis, a link to my website here, but that's the better one, github.com. So in here, there is a script for packages that I use or have used, right? So they might be old, 11 months ago, but they might still work, right? I have tested this one out, even if it says 11 months ago. If it works, it works. If the script works, it's just fine, right? So here again is an install VM workstation version 2. I ran that one, right? I just ran that one. The knowledge is in here. I don't need to remember all this. So basically I needed to have Linux headers in here. I needed to have the package itself, workstation, but you need to enable some services here. So the VMware network service. So now I can forget all that. Put things you figured out in a script, right? Lots of scripts. Put them online. So if the machine crashes, you still have the GitHub. Just get it back, git clone. So the only thing I did was install and then VM something, right? And I will not, well, I can, nothing will happen. Everything is already installed, right? So it says already installed, already installed, already installed. And the service was already there. So I don't need to reboot. Otherwise, yes, reboot. The service needs to become active. So that's it. Well, it takes a little bit longer if you install it, but then you get this help VMware station. We are on 16. The other video I just made was on Windows. It had 15. So I've set everything up, which means I probably better delete everything again. So create a new machine. How do we make a new virtual machine? Whatever Linux it is, this I am always teaching for Linux, not for ArcoLinux, right? You can try out anything. I'm so glad you're already on Linux. Whatever you choose, it's your choice. Okay, we go to the very last. Let's see if it's the last. So I've been testing ISOs, and this is the very last ISO I've built for November. That's for the release in November. And this one supports VMware much better than the one we have from November. So a little tweaking for VMware people. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, we take an ISO. We say it's Linux. We say it's other Linux 5X and kernel 64. Cool. Number 2. So let's call it teaching. All right, and then next. And 30 is a little bit on the low side. So 30 is too much. 20, 25. That's good. This is personal. Split it or not, it's not important. Makes it easier to move the virtual machine to another computer, but may reduce performance. Okay, fine. There is a difference. Not for us, really. Customize hardware. That's something we should check. I have 16 gigabyte, right? So I'm gonna give 8 to the virtual machine. 2 processors. No. I have 1 processor with a number of cores. Yes, 8. So there's some knowledge you need to have. And that's it, basically. Nothing else needs to be changed. The network adapter is running, the service there is running. So that's of course the main thing. Reboot. Sometimes people ask questions, errors and all that. Many of these virtual machines install but then reboot. Okay, I think that's that. Close, close, close. Did I forget something? No, I did not. So a button up here says full screen. Let's go for that. Or Control-Enter, Control-Enter. And we're booting up from the ISO that we've built, well, I think an hour or two ago. That's the fun with ArcoLinux. You build yourself, you can do that too. You can build ISOs, no problem. So this is the screen I had to work with, and I thought, oh my God, what is this, right? With a little tweaking, with a Control-Alt-Enter, that's the wrong button. I guess it's not Control-Alt-Enter here. It's gonna be up and down, and then we have it. So it takes a while for the virtual machine to figure out, hey, I have 1920 on 1080, but eventually he figures it out, and we have my full screen, my entire screen is now the virtual machine, right? So I thought it was Control-Alt-Enter on Windows, and I would think it would be the same here, and it was, but Control-Alt-Enter is also something in our machine, right? It's opening, it's opening our terminal. That's enough for me to show you guys that's working just fine, and how you set everything up in VMware. The latest we have at this point in time, of course, and this is the point in time. All right, have fun.